Today's plank purgatory, day 17. I'm making some progress. I did something a little bit differently today. I decided I would challenge myself a bit more today, and that's what happened. I decided I would try out sets of 2-minute planks. I preceded those sets of 2-minute planks with a set of 20 push-ups. So basically, same thing I've been doing, push-ups followed by planks. And today I just decided the first 5 sets, I'm gonna do a set of 20 push-ups followed by a 2-minute plank. And that was not the easiest thing I've ever done. I'll say that right now. It is nice, honestly, having to only go through 5 sets instead of 10 and finishing the same amount of work. I did give myself more time to recover because a 2-minute plank is like 4 times as hard, honestly. It is a lot more strain. It is a lot more, it's not a lot more time under tension, but it sure feels like it. I spoke yesterday about how there's this question which will come up in times of pain and suffering. And the question is, why am I here? Okay, that's my cat. So I will pick the cat up, and now she should stop making so much noise because she'd be happy to be on my lap. All right, so as I was saying, when you are in times of struggle, you will inevitably ask yourself the question, why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why? If you don't have an answer to that question, you're approaching failure. If you are asking yourself, why am I here? And at first you respond, because I got to do this, because I've got a job to do, because I said I would, because, and then you run out of reasons. I'm doing it for someone else, and then because I don't know. You start answering with that. I don't know. That's when you're nearing the end of basically your limit. You're nearing your limit. You've really got to dig deep to find something to keep yourself going. This is something I've been thinking about. This is something I got from David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me, and I completely agree with it. This is something I have seen in my own life, and I noticed that again today. Doing these 2-minute planks, increasing that time under tension, I realized being in the plank for 2 minutes is not too easy. And doing repeated sets of 2-minute planks is not easy. So what if I got to do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? How do I answer that question? Why am I here? How do I keep putting myself through the fire, through the pain and the suffering? How do I make it last? How do I last in there? I'm still working on it, honestly, but I'm definitely breaking some new ground. I'm breaking into some new territory, some unexplored territory. I've never done sets of plank longer than a minute. Maybe I have and just not realized it, but not this many, not 5 sets in a row, and not right after a set of 20 push-ups. My arms start aching a little bit, and I start asking myself why. And for right now, for 2 minutes, I've got my answer. I know exactly why I'm here. I know why. What if I could do 3 minutes? What if I could do 10 minutes? What if this makes me stronger? What if I've got something to prove? I do have something to prove. What is that? And I'm slowly inching my way there. I'm slowly working my way there. I feel like I made quite some progress today, honestly. It might not look like it. It might look just as boring as a 1 minute plank, and it is. It is absolutely just as boring as a 1 minute plank. It's not as easy though, and it's making me ask myself some tough questions. I went back to trying to distract myself today. This is something that I thought I got away from. I was doing that for about the first week I was in plank purgatory. I was counting my breaths, counting down, counting up, trying to make the time pass faster. And I know that's not the answer. That's not the answer. I'm only prolonging the inevitable failure. And that's not what I want to be doing. I want to be fighting it off. I want to be winning that fight, not just prolonging the pain, distracting myself. Quick sip of water. I want to find that answer. I want to know, why am I trying to distract myself from this? Why am I trying to get away from this? Like I said, I'm inching my way there. Today I did make a bit of progress. I might even be sore tomorrow because I haven't done planks like this before, because I haven't really stressed my abs. Maybe, honestly, I built up a bit of a tolerance. I built up some ab strength, and I won't even feel it tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that the hard work has been paying off, and I'm not going to feel it. It's just going to be like I did a regular day of plank purgatory. The last 5 sets were normal. I even did another minute and 39 seconds. At the very end, I did one with my mom. I got her to do a plank. She did like 41 seconds and then another 22 seconds. So good on her. She got a minute and 3 seconds total. I got a bit over 16 and a half minutes today. No 17 minutes for day 17. That's all right. I'm working on it. I am in some unknown territory for myself, and that's a good thing. I have a lot to learn here. A lot to learn. I have not pressured myself like this in a long time, and I need that. The planks are no fun, and the longer they last, the less fun they are. I'm not even really relieved when they're over, because I have this constant pressure on me now that, okay, plank's over. Another one's coming up. All right, this one's done. Another one's coming up. Okay, fair enough. I got my last set done. Got to do the same thing tomorrow. Same thing tomorrow. No excuses. That's a good place to be, honestly. That's a really good place to be. I need this pressure on me. Steel is forged in the flame, not in the easy bake oven, in the fire. I've got to put myself through that fire. I've got to temper myself. I've got to work on this, because these 2-minute planks, honestly, were tougher than they should have been. They were a lot tougher than they should have been. These 2-minute planks today were no fun. Obviously, they were no fun. But I'm really trying to distract myself doing these. Really. The 2-minute planks should be over now. It's 10 minutes into this recording. I'm going to keep talking about them though, because that was the worst part of today. It kind of flew by though, honestly. I took some more time in between my sets because I have not done, like I said, I haven't done these planks longer duration consecutively. And that was a good thing because it's tough to muster that up. I have no idea how I'm supposed to ramp this up even more. I thought about it today, and 5 sets of 3-minute planks almost doesn't seem possible right now. I know I can do it. I know I absolutely can do it. But how long would it take me? How much recovery time do I need? Especially if I'm doing a set of 30 push-ups and then a 3-minute plank. When I was doing sets of 10 push-ups followed by a 1-minute plank, that's like super easy mode by now. It's super easy mode. That's one of the reasons why I ramped it up today, is because I know I could keep this going on for a while. I could keep this going on for a real long time and just not feel the pressure and ride it out. And that's not why I'm in plank purgatory. So, 2-minute planks. Maybe I won't be doing this every day. Maybe I will be going back to the 1 minutes. Maybe I will change things up. I could do 1 2-minute plank. I could do 5 again. I could do 7 2-minute planks. I could even do 8 2-minute planks and then just throw in an extra minute just because. Will it make me stronger? Most likely. Will it break me down? Potentially. That's something I gotta answer for myself, honestly. Today's 2-minute planks were bearable. However, there is a drop off in my form again. I noticed my knees. I'm not thinking about them. I'm not thinking about my hips. I'm not thinking about my shoulders. I'm not thinking about that stuff when I start to struggle a little bit more. There's a saying that goes, you don't, oh, I'm gonna mess this one up. It's something along the lines of, when everything goes wrong, you don't go back to your peak. You go back to your training. So I think that's kind of what it was. Honestly, I lost that one. That's on me. The idea is, when you're stressed, when you're in trouble, when you're suffering, you don't go to your best. You go to your worst. You go to your worst in training. If you are a fighter, let's say you're a boxer. If you're a boxer and when you're training, after you get a little bit tired, you stop dropping your hands, you start dropping your hands, right? You start slowing down that head movement. Suddenly you're not using those hips, you're not using your shoulders, you're not pivoting. Suddenly your feet slow down. That's going to happen in a fight. That's exactly what's going to happen once you get tired, once you get hit a bit, right? If you are strict, if you make sure those hands are always up, make sure the head's always moving, you got those instincts down. If you make sure your feet are always moving, you always got that reaction time, you always got that oomph. You always got that oomph from the hips and the shoulders. You're going to keep it in the fight too. Come round 9, 10, 11, 12. You're going to regress. You're not going to be at your best, but you'll still be all right. You'll be a lot better than the guy who's dropping his hands, slowing his feet down, shuffling, not being intentional. So I have got to fix my form in those later minutes. This has been Plank Purgatory Day 17. I'm making some progress. I'm learning some new stuff.